Hey Taurus, welcome to your January 2025 general reading. Thank you so much for being here with me. My name is Coco, and before we get started, just a reminder that this is a general reading. It is not a one-to-one private reading. If that is something you are interested in having, especially as we move into the new year, you can go down to the description box below and click the link to my website where you can book a private virtual reading with me. However, because this is a general reading, it may not resonate and connect with everybody, and if that is happening for you, just leave this reading behind and do consider checking out the readings for your moon and rising zodiac signs. But if this reading does connect with you and you do resonate with what is being said, please consider liking the video and subscribing to my channel. Any help at all, any support is very much appreciated. Now, before we get into the tarot, I do have some pre-shuffled oracle cards here for you. What's coming into your life in January 2025? You've got the number 4, Spirit of Place, and number 21, Field of Dreams. I feel like you are taking a very hard, honest look at your life in January, an honest look at where you have been, where you want to go, and what you want to accomplish. There's a lot of potential for you in January. It doesn't just feel like January, it feels really like the whole year actually. So the seeds that you plant now, the things that you start doing in January, it feels like they have the potential to become something very joyful, and like they have the potential to grow and take on different forms and just expand as the year moves on and as you get deeper into 2025. The color purple is like really strongly like coming up here. Maybe you really like the color purple. Maybe you really like amethysts. Okay, I have one right here. And I do also get this sense that you are a very earthy Taurus. Like Taurus, you are of course an earth sign. But I feel like the Tauruses I'm talking to are trying to be more connected to the earth, more grounded, like you're trying to live a more natural lifestyle, or you're trying to eat healthier, connect to nature in a different way. Maybe you're trying to become a vegetarian or a vegan. It just feels like you're trying to be a bit more mindful about the way that you live, the things you consume, the household items that you use. They're giving me the example, my guides are giving me the example of paper towels. So like maybe you're making the switch to using cloths instead of paper towels. Yeah, that's a very specific message. Take it as it resonates. The Spirit of Place card tells me that January, you're just being authentic and you're kind of just reading between the lines. You're not taking an air of like, oh, this might happen in 2025. Oh, let me like make a whole list of things that I want to do and just, get that dopamine rush, that dopamine hit from it. It feels like you're very honest and grounded as you move into the new year. And I like that energy because I think that's the best way to approach things, very practical, not too in your head. And I think you have a lot of goals that you want to accomplish, but you're not fanciful about it. You're not like fantastical about it. You know things take work, and you're kind of focusing, like laser focusing on questions that you have about your life. You're looking deeper at those questions. You're trying to find the root of the answer in the question itself. So like, I don't know, maybe you want to find a good group of friends in 2025. It's like, instead of saying, how do I find friends? How do I make friends? You're instead looking at yourself and saying, what do I offer to a friendship? What is it, that I value in friendship? Who have I historically been in friendship with? Who has worked and who hasn't? Who is still here and who isn't? So just like kind of being very honest and upfront with yourself about these questions as you move into the new year. Now you've also got Sky Woman, the nature lover, as the energy you're being asked to step into and embody in the month of January. Again, I do feel like I'm speaking to somebody who is very nature-minded. Yeah, they're giving me like the nature movement, so like climate change movement, like maybe you protest climate change, maybe you're just very hyper aware of that, maybe you like keep up on it, because they showed me Greta Thunberg. Okay, random, but you know, that's the message. I'm going to get the message of this card for you. Sky Woman deals with nature, peace, and tranquility. You have been spending a lot of time on your devices, endlessly scrolling through the internet or social media. Maybe you are also hunched over your laptop for hours at work. Your body and physical environment are disconnected. There is a primal need to reconnect with nature now. Take a walk in the park, sit outside and feel the sunshine on your face. Plant your feet into the ground. Care for an animal. Sky Woman reminds you that the answers come in the stillness of nature. Any decisions, or it just feels like when you go out in nature in January, as hard as it is for us in the Northern Hemisphere to go out in nature in January, it feels like if you do that, you get this really intense clarity of mind. I'm getting like the feeling of when you suck in cold air and your head gets really like clear. I don't know if I'm explaining this correctly, but like when you first inhale very cold air and it kind of like shocks your brain almost. That's the analogy they're giving me, and that it's like it'll clear your head. Getting outside, taking a walk. It's hard to get out in January, but I feel like it's nice when there's snow around, and there are opportunities like in the mornings especially that you can kind of get outside, take a walk. So I do feel like you're being guided to spend a little bit more time in nature and be honest with yourself about not setting your sights too high for the things you want to accomplish in 2025, but still having an understanding like the vast opportunities that do await you in the year, because it does feel like you have a lot of potential. So now let's go ahead and see how else you are being encouraged to show up in the month. Later on, we'll also take a look at the nature of your challenges in the month, how you can overcome those challenges. We'll see, in honor of Capricorn season, how you can best reach your goals this month. We'll take a look at the parts of your life that will grow and flourish in 2025. And finally, we will take a look also at the end of the month for you, what's going on at the end of January. You're being encouraged to show up, Queen of Swords. Be, again, very honest with yourself. This is an air of just being so real, so real with yourself and other people. No BS, no beating around the bush. You're being guided to communicate well. If you are a boss at work, if you are in charge of anything, try to communicate the best that you can. Not too harshly, but you may have to kind of have I'm getting like that you may have to be a little bit more oomph this month with yourself and other people if you want to get things done. And I think that's understandable because January, we're all coming back from the holidays and we're all just kind of like blah at work. All right, let's see the nature of your challenges. This is also air sign energy, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. So you're being asked to use your intellect and your wit to solve problems, to kind of plan things out for the year of 2025. If you are trying to make resolutions, be quite clear with yourself about how to go about that. Like, set habit trackers, be very detailed, and again, honest and clear with yourself and other people. What is the nature of the challenges that Tauruses experience in January 2025? Thank you. What's the nature? You got the Five of Wands, conflict. You might experience some drama, some fighting, some disagreements. I'm getting just disagreement. If you're in a relationship, you might have a disagreement with your partner. And again, if you're in a group of people, it's like there's just, you guys just kind of want to do things differently. Yeah. I'm getting that it's kind of like no big deal. And if it is a big deal or presents as a big deal, it's kind of like it's okay in the end because nobody is really being harmed. Of course, that energy can change though. So as of right now, it feels like, I'm going to get some more clarity on this. Can you tell me more about this Five of Wands? Just one card. Thank you. Because I wonder, like, it feels like, yeah, Ace of Pentacles. You might be starting something new. You might be getting a new home, getting a new job, and you're starting the new job, and it's like, there's some conflict as you move into the new position, or there's some disagreements happening amongst higher ups, amongst your new colleagues. Again, in a relationship, it's like if you're signing a new lease or you're deciding to go and get married, it's like you and your partner might kind of disagree on which house you want. You might disagree on which kind of ceremony you want for the wedding. Okay, that's just coming through. Let's see how you can overcome these challenges. Yeah, I just saw the King of Swords. So, how can Tauruses overcome this challenge in January? Thank you. King of Cups. Be forgiving, be understanding of other people. You are in a very powerful position. Whether it be just in your relationship, you're in a very influential position, or at work, you know, you're in a powerful position. It just feels like you're very mature. You're very understanding. You try to approach things in a very logical way. Whatever's going on, you're just trying to approach it logically, like with your head on straight, which I think is the best you can do. But also having an air of compassion, understanding for other people's points of view. You can overcome this just by leading with your heart and having love for people, even though you might disagree with them. Try to understand where they're coming from. What part of Taurus's life will grow? Ooh, beautiful. 10 of Cups. The part of your life that will grow in 2025 is your emotional fulfillment, perhaps your family. So maybe you're starting a family. Perhaps you're, again, getting married to somebody. You're growing your family in some way. Maybe your children are having children. Maybe your children are getting married. There's just an air of emotional fulfillment here. It's really nice. I love to see that. What else is growing in Taurus's life in 2025? Page of Cups is also growing. Yeah, you might have a child. You might have a child who's growing up and you're enjoying seeing them grow up. You might, again, get proposed to. You might be getting married. It's just the part of your life that's growing and flourishing is your emotional world. It's your emotional joy. It's your love for life. There's an air of romanticism about your life in 2025 that you will enjoy. And there might be an air of over-optimism, kind of everything's going to work out, it's fine. But I do ultimately feel like things will work out for you in 2025. It's so weird because even though that energy's there, it's like you've got Field of Dreams. It just feels like whatever you plan with love, whatever you approach with love and intent is really going to see a lot of positive growth in the year. Let's see how you can best reach your goals in January and further into 2025. How can Tauruses best reach their goals? The Hermit. Yeah, you're gonna have to double down on that alone time if you are needing to reach a goal. It's gonna take, first of all, some soul searching, they're letting me know. Making sure that you have your why, making sure that you understand why it is you want what you want. They're telling me, do you want what you want? Do you want it? So you might actually want to rethink some decisions or just rethink plans that you have for 2025. They might need to be edited a little bit. You might need to adjust. It feels like you're going to have to adjust things into the year. Like going into January, whatever plans you make regarding travel or regarding, I'm just getting travel at the moment, you might have to kind of like tweak and adjust them here and there. Okay? Just a heads up for that. But the Hermit is a very spiritual card. Really, the Hermit is looking deeply, much like this card, at what it is they want for the future, their motivations. Why is your North Star your North Star? What's your whole purpose, really, of getting there? Okay, so they want me to use this analogy that, so I recently watched a video on how to plan best for the new year. And there was something in the video about picturing a day in your life. How do I explain this? Okay, let me try that again. Sorry. Like picturing where you want to end up is very helpful, and picturing a day in your life as the person you want to be at the end of the year. If you picture a day in that life and something there doesn't sit right with you, if you feel like, actually, I don't really know if I want that kind of life. I don't know if I want to wake up that early for work. I don't know if I want to live in that kind of house, whatever it may be. It's like, don't lock yourself into anything there, because you can just easily adjust as you move through the year and be like, okay, that's not the day in the life that I want anymore. I'll just adjust it. So it's that kind of energy here. In the month of January, it's just taking some more alone time. Again, they're letting me know being outside. Like going outside, maybe even in the dark. I mean, I really am not a proponent of that. I do not go outside in the dark in winter, to be honest. But I also live in like kind of an unpredictable city. So, but yeah, if it's safe for you, maybe if you have like a balcony or a backyard and you can kind of go outside and kind of look out at the stars, okay, that might help you. I feel like things will come to you in those moments. All right, what does the end of January look like for Taurus? Thank you. Oh, okay. Page of Wands. Or excuse me, Page of Swords. Okay, you've got the Devil card here. Oh my. Everything's flying out. And Temperance. There is a tough situation or relationship that you are trying to work out at the end of January. Again, it might have to do with this conflict. And you are here, I see you here as a mediator. You're trying to understand the other point of view while also trying to assert your own. Get the other person actually to like understand your point of view. They are not as understanding as you, it feels like. Just gonna say that. They're giving me two, it's like a not opposing energies, but there's two energies here. And it's like they're like this, they're parallel. There's actually a chance to reconcile with somebody, but your patience is required. Or somebody's toxicities might be rearing their ugly head, and you are showing up just trying to be patient, trying to be that mediator for it. I'm going to clarify that. I'm also going to clarify just a couple of other cards. Can you tell me more about this Devil card? What does this Devil card want to say? The World. I don't know. 8 of Cups. Yeah, that's the sense I was getting. I don't know if you are choosing to leave a situation because you feel like it has ended. You feel like something has ran its course at the end of January. What has ran its course at the end of January for Taurus? Thank you. 3 of Cups. Okay, got it. A relationship, a friendship here might have ran its course. And you're kind of feeling like, I don't really know if I want to stick around for this. There's some toxicities here. This might be the person you're disagreeing with, actually, and in conflict with in the month. I'm getting a roommate, like a housemate. So that's something specific that I'm getting. Yeah, you might feel like, all right, it's time to kind of exit. What is that? Exit stage, exit scene. Okay. Let's clarify this Queen of Swords here. Can you tell me more about this Queen of Swords? 7 of Swords. Yeah, being clever. Your guides want you to be smart. Be clever. If you are, again, in conflict with somebody in the month, be a little bit, don't be so straightforward with them about your plans. There's something here about having to kind of like sneak around, be a little bit smart, creative with the way you go about the month with this person or with this conflict situation. This also might just be like drama. Can you tell me about this 5 of Wands? Thank you. Can you please tell me about this 5 of Wands? Thank you. Hierophant, another 5. Yeah, this is within some kind of structural setting. Again, work, school, some kind of traditional setting where there is hierarchy. Interesting. All right. Taurus, that is all I have for you for the month of January. I hope you have a lovely rest of your month. Thank you for joining me in this reading, and I hope it was helpful. I will see you next time for the February general reading.